GT3 911 buyers opts for all-wheel drive, so it's not hard to see why the company is upbeat about the Carrera 4 and Targa 4 versions of the current 911. They combined the new generation bi-turbo flat sixes with an upgraded all-wheel drive layout and active suspension management, including a 10mm lower ride height than the conventional suspension setup with optional rear-wheel steering on the Carrera 4S models, to create a Porsche that is, oddly enough, less focused than the straight 911. This, says the maker, is the 911 for all reasons, capable of holding its own, flat out on a track day, but flexible and comfortable enough to drive to work, or to the other end of the country. There's no mistaking the Carrera 4 and Targa 4 for lesser 911s, thanks to their signature big-ass rear end with 44mm of extra rear track and rear wheel arches to match. They also carry the distinctive styling cues of the new Carrera, the 4-point LED daytime running lights, naked door handles without recess covers, vertical louvers on the engine cover and 4-point LED brake lights. Outputs of the 3-liter turbo boxers are the same as for the rear-wheel drive Carreras, 272 kilowatts and 415 Nm for the standard model and 309 kilowatts/500 Nm for the upper-post, and exhausted S, but driving via the new, electro-hydraulically controlled all-wheel drive system. This is where it gets really interesting. Despite their not inconsiderable extra weight, Porsche claims that the all-wheel drive version are actually quicker off the mark than their rear-wheel drive stablemates, telling evidence that the limiting factor in modern performance car design is not the engineering, it's the tires. The Carrera 4 with PDK double-clutch transmission and Sport Chrono package is credited with a 0 to 100 getaway in 4.1 seconds, while a similarly spec'd S is quoted at 3.8 seconds. And across the range, you can add just 2/10 each for the heavier, drop-top Targa and Cabriolet variants. Depending on model and equipment, top speeds are quoted at between 287 and 305 km/h, nominal fuel consumption at between 7.9 and 8 liters per 100 km. The rest of the Carrera package is all there, including the drive mode switch in conjunction with the optional Sport Chrono package on the steering wheel that lets you switch between normal, Sport, Sport Plus and individual settings, recalibrating the active suspension, active engine mounts, double clutch gearbox shifting strategy and the sports exhaust system according to where you are and how lucky you want to be. And on double clutch model the mode switch has an extra button, the response button. Hit it, and your Carrera will go straight to right gear for maximum acceleration, and give you everything the engine's got, for just 20 very exciting seconds. Active suspension. All 911 Carrera models, whether rear or all-wheel drive, come with an active suspension system that's built around as 10mm lower ride height than on the base 911 variants. In the Carrera 4 and Targa 4 variants it's set up to make the most of the extra traction afforded by all-wheel drive, and the extra sensitivity and response speed of the newly developed electro-hydraulic center coupling, without either excessive body roll or suspension thumping. Rear-wheel steering, borrowed from the 911 Turbo and GT3 models, is available as an option on Carrera S variants, for improved turn-in, the tighter turning circle and extra agility at freeway speeds, for lightning lane changes. The Porsche 911 Carrera 4 and Targa 4 are available to order now, and will be officially released in South Africa in April 26.